Hey everyone, hello! Once again, it's time to go and do some streaming. How are you guys doing today? To whoever is here right now. My name is Douglas and today I'll be doing some more sketch streams. Although today I'm not gonna be doing anything new, I fear. I'll be doing the old stuff. I'm going back to these drawings I've already done in past streams. However, today I'll be coloring them. Because last stream, well, the stream in which I did these drawings, I did not have the time to go and color them, and so I left them undone. So let's go and finish them. Also, I think today I might not be able to stream for as long as I thought I would. So I might end up this stream even earlier. But also, at least we're not gonna lose too much time here trying to figure out poses, because we already have the drawing. So this will be more of a painting stream, rather than a sketch stream. Hope you guys don't mind. So in any case, when I get around to painting, I use a lot of techniques I've been coming up with and learning ever since I started doing comics, because my drawing style mostly came and developed because of the comic I did. So I learned how to color just so I could, in a way that would better fit that whole comic drawing thing I had going on. Also, hey Taz says sorry your phone didn't let you chat, and no worries. And welcome to the stream. I hope you have a great time in here today. But yeah, because my style kind of developed from the whole comic making thing, I figure there's a lot of stuff I don't know about actual painting, especially digital painting. I know a lot about coloring, but not painting per se. And lately I've been trying to get more in touch with painting techniques. They're still very hard and not entirely easy to do. But I'd like to share a few tidbits here and there on the whole coloring and painting thing I do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So as you probably have seen already, if you're dabbling within art, digital art, you find that people always go and fill in the whole character, the area they're gonna be painting with a base color. And that's what I'm doing here, except that some parts I'm using the bucket tool to fill in areas, whereas in other areas I'm going and manually painting things. And now that I have the whole thing painted, I'm gonna take out the sketch and paint these areas, those white areas that didn't get painted when I used the fill tool. Also, hey Taz, thank you. And I too hope you... Well, I too agree that this might be quite a good time, so let's hope it goes as planned. Also, yes, painting on computer. When I never learned painting formally, but painters, they know a lot of techniques, how to mix up colors and whatnot, and they are used to not having to deal with layers like in digital painting we have layers and such. In traditional painting you don't have that, so they know how to work up with form and shapes and how to go filling in areas and details and all that. They really know how to do stuff. However, here with digital painting, you have the leisure of using layers whenever you want. So you get used to the whole ideas that you have layer, and you don't get to the gritty part of painting, that is not being able to separate colors and parts of the drawing, not being able to undo things and all that. So it's really something else. You feel like digital art, you mean painting with this computer, it's kind of harder, you don't have the texture and all. I don't know, Terry. Maybe. I mean, I think it's somewhat easier than trying to go around painting without computer, because you can go and change things on the fly, and it's really easy. However, indeed, when you paint traditionally, or rather on a canvas, you do get a better feeling for the whole canvas, and that kind of improves the way you work, because getting out that extra feeling how the canvas is, how much area you're covering, how much paint you have applied to a certain area. There's many things there that change the way you work. So yeah, I personally think that painting is quite hard. I don't really get painting as well as I wish I did. So it's gonna be crazy. So there you said, yeah, you get it. People like digital because you can fix issues or do more things than someone who buys their own paint. And yeah, it is easier in general.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hey there, what's up?
The video of Twitch is slower than your Discord chat.
Come again?
I was listening to the Twitch, but you were talking faster on the Discord than the Twitch. It was kind of weird. Anyway, I cut out the sound of Twitch.
Yeah, I do.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's the whole advantage to
Have Discord.
yeah, you get to talk way faster. And
But I didn't know that you were doing like Twitch and like have the Discord also on top to be able to talk with people.
yeah, the whole idea is that people can come into this Discord and chat if they want to discuss something or explain something, and it's easier and faster than using Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. I woke up a little bit late today, so I don't know. My day is feeling kind of shorter.
Mm.
But in general, I think things are going fine so far. Like I said, I'm gonna try and paint these old drawings, these sketches I did that I didn't get to paint before because I didn't have the time.
Okay.
So this is gonna get interesting because since this whole stream today is gonna be focused more on painting, I think I can get a little fancier with the whole painting. So So like I
cannot
can.
wait to see an artist do his work.
I thank you. I'm going to apply the very common things I normally do, like shading with a multiply layer, but then I'm also gonna put on some extra details that I don't normally do. Which then again, like I said, will start to feel like I'm dabbling with digital painting and a more painterly style altogether.
Okay.
So Taz, I haven't seen you since the Friday when you came to the Tomb Raider stream. How are you?
Yeah, true.
How have you been in this time we haven't seen each other?
Well, nothing much happened. I met some. I did meet some new friends, which I'm pretty happy about. So now I'm more happy of being in UK than being in Japan. Because in Japan I was just so lonely that I couldn't handle it. But now I have some good friends, so I'm pretty happy.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
And I also started to get myself back into artwork, so sketching and stuff like this.
I
Which I'm
didn't.
pretty happy about.
I didn't know you used to do art as well.
Well, I didn't. I don't know if you know that, but IGCSE, it's some kind of British kind of test, and I got an A+ out of all the rest, which is C. So I was very good at art before, but at some point when I was in Japan and Russia and all these countries, I kind of stopped doing it.
Mm.
Anyway, yesterday I kind of draw a bit, but I need a lot of practice, like a lot. Like on my Twitter, I sent out the first artwork I made of 2018.
If you, whenever you have the time, please do post a link to your Twitter here on Discord or somewhere, so I can take a look at your drawings someday. Whenever I have the time. Also, hey Wolfie Walter, good morning, or rather good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. Once again, once again. Today I'm doing something different. I'm painting the sketches I did the other day, a while ago, because they didn't get to be painted. So I'm going back to do those. And once again, I'm in the Discord chat, and any one of you guys can join in and chat with us. And today, here with us, I have Terry. Where are you from, Terry?
I'm from France.
France.
I'm from France, yeah.
Yeah, I got a.
But I would consider myself more somebody of the world, since I was in Taiwan for 4 years, Russia for 2 years, and Japan for 2 years. So I'm French, but with a lot of like different culture inside me.
So you've traveled quite a lot, haven't you?
Yeah. So much things happened.
How is it like to travel so much?
It's nice, it's enjoyable, and you can discover a lot of new things. But moving so much like this, yeah, you just lose the touch of people. I mean, like the contact with friends, and every time you make a new friend, when you leave them, it's like you aren't sure if you're going to see them again, and it's pretty hard to understand this kind of feelings, I would say.
So I get it would be very hard in a way to make lots of friends and then have to say goodbye to them without knowing whenever you're, or if ever you're going to see them again.
Yeah, the thing is that like long distance friendship, it's as hard as like long distance like relationships. So it's you can talk with them, but you still like realize that they grow up in a different way, and like they are going to have different kind of friends. And so when you see them again, you realize that you're not the same. So yeah. Anyway.
Well, at least you got to see a lot of the world. That's way more than.
There is like positive and negative of this, but I would say I'm pretty happy about how it came out.
Yeah, I think so. Also, sure thing, Wolfie Water. Sure thing. Take your walk, and we'll be here whenever you come back. Also, hey Ben, welcome to the stream. And sorry, I guess I think I interrupted you. Did you say something, Terry?
No, I just said like there is Fox guy also there. You didn't say hi to him.
I am. I kind of read the things in whatever order feels best. Because Walter is going, so if I did say his message later, probably he would not have listened to it. I don't even know if he did listen to the one I said.
True.
I don't know, I kind of read them whenever, or in whatever order feels best or more.
It's no more. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
But yeah, I do try to read every message. Sometimes some messages escapes me, but other than that, I do try my best. Also, hey Ben, how are you doing today? I mean, how is everyone doing today? Everyone else in the chat who's kind of not very talkative right now, but how are you guys doing? I was telling Terry here how I woke up a little bit later today, so all the things I normally would have done in the morning I didn't get to do, hence why the stream started a little bit later today, amongst other things as well. But other than that, I think things are good now.
Okay, I will be right back.
Sure thing. Also, I'm kind of super silly because I was streaming and painting the whole drawing here. I didn't have the right screen showing. Sorry about that. But yeah, pretty much there's this drawing. You guys saw me do this the other day, and now I'm coloring it. Well, I don't know if every one of you saw me do it, but I did it in a stream a while ago. Well, the whole idea here is that Cody, he has a flannel shirt, and while doing this sort of textured clothing isn't that hard or isn't that complicated, when you get to painting, it can become quite complicated, because the whole idea of digital coloring is that since you have layers and effects you can apply to your drawing, you don't exactly need to focus on small details. For example, here I can just go and draw this texture of the flannel shirt, and whenever I get to the whole shading part, I can just go and do the shading. It might not make sense right now what I'm saying, but I think you guys will understand later. But if I'm doing painting, I'm already painting in each part of the clothing already with effects, shade, lightning, and all this stuff. And if I have these lines, I'll have to change them for every part of the painting, and that's slightly hard to explain. But basically, what I'm saying is, in digital painting, this is easy. In digital coloring, this is easy. In digital painting, it's hard when you start to apply this amount of effects and textures. Also, hey Ben, you're saying thanks. I don't know what for, but probably it's the... Oh, you guys there in the chat. I missed some things.
Yeah, it was me.
Ben, you said not bad, just figure out a solution to a problem you've been having with your coding project, so you're super happy right now.
And I said I was happy for him.
Ah, that's nice. And yeah, I didn't see that. Those messages. I don't know why, but my Twitch chat keeps disconnecting, and I keep missing messages that people send me. Also, hey Leo, welcome to the stream.
I could maybe try to keep you up to date.
Oh, sure thing. I mean, I do get all the messages that come in, but sometimes I get a notification saying that I was disconnected from the Twitch chat. When that does, normally I miss a couple of messages. So because of that, I do keep two chat windows open, because for whatever reason one of them disconnects but the other doesn't. So I do get all the messages. However, I need to keep changing between windows. And that's never fun. So, other than that, just a little notice, Terry. There is some background noise going on there.
Right now? Yeah, I think it's the vibrations of one right now. Wait, 2 seconds. Wait, I'm going to mute the thing. Be right back.
Sure thing. Although that isn't exactly what I was going to say. But anyway. So, Leo, you're back. And although you can't sing into Chrome, or your net connection totally dies, all your minutes after that singing. That sounds weird. There's been a lot of internet connections and problems going on lately. I wonder what's up with that. But I don't know exactly what you could do to improve that. If anyone else does know, now's your time to shine and help a friend. Also, today I decided to change the soundtrack a little bit, and it's playing another kind of jazz. It's supposed to be Tokyo Beats jazz or something.
Do you hear the sounds again?
Hey, I don't think I do.
Good.
But what I was going to say is that if those background noises keep up being too loud, maybe you should consider putting your Discord into a push to talk button or something.
Oh yeah. I was just like on my table and downstairs I have some kind of laundry place, and it's vibrating the entire room, which are annoying.
Oh, yeah, that can be an issue too. But yeah, there's other stuff you can do as well to try and fix the problem, but no worries. In any case, I realized before I was super silly and I didn't have the whole screen with the drone showing up, so...
Yeah, I know, I wasn't sure if you were actually like drawing when you were talking, or if you were just explaining the general idea that you had.
No, I was drawing the whole time, I just forgot to change the screen. I guess those things do happen every now and then. Also, hey Leo, you said that you needed all your tabs. And maybe if you miss, or I mean not if you miss, but if you lost some of them, you can still find them back in your history on your browser. Unless you delete your history, then that's a more complicated stuff. But yeah, probably they're in your history.
Question: what are you using for the computer? I mean, what are you using when you're drawing right now? Some kind of tablet?
Yes, I am using a tablet. I'm using a Cintiq tablet. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
No, but I'm going to search.
What?
I'm going to search for it. Cintiq?
Yeah, the Cintiq is a... it's a tablet that is also a monitor, so you can see the stuff as you're working on it.
That's nice.
Yes, it is, but it was super expensive as well.
Yeah.
But that aside, I really enjoy it, and it's really useful, I find.
I kind of have difficulties understanding how people are able to draw on tablets that doesn't have a screen. Like, they just know everything, and I'm just like, how are they able to find like where exactly they are painting and stuff like this?
After a while, you kind of do you do get a sense for where things are and how everything's working.
Oh, I see.
So it does take a while, but eventually you do get a sense for it, and working on stuff feels easier when you're using just a tablet that doesn't have a screen in it. But yeah, having a tablet with a screen doesn't make it any easier, I find. Just makes it faster.
Oh.
Because you also get a second monitor with it, and whenever you have a new monitor, it always it also speeds up your work, because you can look at multiple things at the same time, and getting references and checking out other things while you're working makes the whole job easier, I find.
What do you think about the Microsoft Surface Studio?
I don't know, I never got to see it. Never got to use it, I mean. And I don't know, at first it does seem interesting, but I worry if it's going to be sort of, it's gonna give you the same feel that a Wacom tablet would. But in a way I think it does, because those Wacom tablets, they keep bragging about how they have like more than 2,000 pressure points and whatever. But I also have seen people do awesome stuff with much inferior tablets and much inferior capacitive screens. So I think you don't need all those thousands of pressure points and whatever that the Wacom tablets have. So yeah, I think the Surface is probably a good one. It's not a professional drawing tablet, but if you're not that nitty-picky about your hardware, then I think it's a good one, a good investment altogether. Although, like I said, I never tested it, so I'm not sure if it is actually good or not. But I am curious. I'd like to test it one day, because I have seen people online talking about how it's a good drawing tablet.
Apparently it's good, but it's kind of slow in a way, apparently. I read out some comments, and when you actually use like the pen, it kind of feels weird, apparently. Maybe they updated the software so it's better, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know yet.
I think the Surface has many versions. There's some professional versions which has a better processor, which is faster, and there are versions which are more like mobile and slow, just for people who just want a tablet so they can have. And there is like I said, the fast version, the Pro version, for people who actually want to do work on their tablets. And I think that's the difference. The slowness can be a thing about the slower tablets, because they are also so very much cheaper than the professional version. I don't know. Also, hey Leo, you're saying you had to reset your whole laptop a couple of times now, and each time you had been stuck offline after reloading your tabs via signing into Chrome, so you have to slowly remake and resave them manually. That is never nice, but I do feel like that's going to take some time to get done. But at least we'll be here to keep you company while you do that. Also, hey Taz, I don't know if you're aware, but right now here in the Discord channel, everything you say is also being broadcast to the stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, right now there's not a lot of people, so I'm like fine with it. But at some point, if there's too many people, it will be kind of too shy.
Yeah. But yeah. Just so you know, if you want to say something to the people who are watching, you can just say it out as well, instead of having to type it out on the chat.
Well, good morning everyone, and I hope that you have a good day.
See, there you go. Also, hey Chandler, happy Dodgy makes a happy return, such a jappy boy. And yeah, I had not colored him, so I'm doing that right now. And since today's stream is gonna be slightly shorter and more focused on coloring, I'm gonna try to get a little fancy with this. So I don't know how exactly I'm gonna make it fancy, but I'm gonna give it a try.
I can't wait to have a job so I can support you on Patreon. I've been waiting a full year, actually 2 years I think now, since I've been wanting to support you.
That's super nice of you, actually. Like I said many times to you before, there is no need to go and support me financially. I do appreciate it a lot, but just by being here and talking to me and in general
and
enjoying
helping, supporting,
in general enjoying the things I do, that's already a lot of support.
Yeah, true.
So thank you.
But no, I don't know. I feel like you're the only person I really want to support on Patreon. Like other artists, I'm like yeah, they're good and like I like what they do, but I don't actually support them. But you're the only one who actually do a lot of interesting things. Ooh,
Yeah, thank you.
a couple of days ago. Yes, I did. I did follow the stream a couple of days ago. I think it was a game, Lara Croft game.
Yeah, when I was playing Tomb Raider on Friday, you were there.
Yeah.
Although you were
Oh
only,
yeah, Burning Language. I remember. Okay, I remember you
you were
Wait.
only in the chat. You were not on voice chat
on
because
voice chat. Yeah, exactly.
I was playing without the voice chat, so nobody could be in the voice chat. But yeah, you were there.
Yeah. No, I was. Yeah.
Although you did leave kind of early into the stream, but
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that well.
yeah, I got that from what you said. But I hope you're feeling better now. In general.
Yeah, I think I'm doing better. I think it's just like the waiting of getting replies that kind of affected me at some point. But now, since I met some new friends, I'm feeling much better. I feel like I finally have a future life here.
Oh, that's nice. Where are you in? Where are you in right now? What place?
I'm
Right
in London, like in some kind of like Airbnb kind of place, but it's not Airbnb. Something different. Anyway, it's not my room. It's not my house, and I'm just waiting to get into my family's house. Right now they're on vacation, so I cannot go there yet.
Ah, I see.
I'm not Brazilian. No, I'm French. Totally different.
Yeah, very different. Some few thousand kilometers apart.
Why did you ask that? Ask that.
I don't know. Maybe because your English doesn't sound very.
French?
Yeah, it does have an accent to it. It doesn't feel like someone who's been raised speaking only English.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
But yeah, you do have a sort of French accent to your English. It's not that strong, but you do have an accent. Yeah, I think people could have deduced you are not like American or British, but to pinpoint exactly which nationality you are from just by your accent can be a little harder. So I don't know. Maybe that's what you were asking.
It sounds like a Brazilian accent, very similar to yours at first. Really?
I don't know if he says, then that might be
I
it.
heard the Z in words like that and this. I would have known you were French. True.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I say, like the way I say things, that probably a lot of other people from other languages also say it like that. And
welcome back, Leo.
I didn't.
He's in the Discord chat.
Ah, there. Hey Leo, welcome to the voice chat thing we have kind of going right now.
The lag is at a minimum. Hello.
Hey, let me increase your volume. Actually, it's already at maximum, so you might come out a little low for me.
You should mute the Twitch sound because it's kind of late in between. Oh, don't worry, I'm not worried about that. I'm actually, I have so many people telling me I'm like French or Arabian or whatever other languages and other countries, so I don't mind that you thought I was Brazilian. Burning Language.
But yeah.
What
It
is the
is-
process you're doing right now?
Huh?
What is the process you're doing right now?
Right now, so I have done the coloring in a layer. So now I created a layer on top of that one, and I'm painting it with just two shades. One is a darkish, kind of yellow.
Oh.
It's kind of a beige, a dark beige tone. And then I'm also painting the lighting with a yellowish kind of white. It's not white, but it's too bright a yellow to see that it's not white.
Yeah, I see it as beige. Yeah, anyway, I see what you mean.
So the whole idea here is that when you go and do shading, you'll probably wanna throw in some color, even in the shadows. So the darker regions are the shadows, and they have this kind of yellow quality to them. Just that so it changes the feeling of the scene in general. So I could
Yeah, it does.
have used, for example, instead of a yellowish color tones and colors, I could have used blue tones and colors.
Mm.
However, by using blue, the whole shading would have felt darker, so it would feel like it's there is lighting going on, they're illuminated, but it's nighttime instead of being like daytime.
Mm.
Because blue by itself is already a darker color than yellow. It has a darker value to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going about doing the shading, a very classical and very simple style of shading, just to create some differences here and there. Then I'm gonna pick another color to do a more stronger shading, and then I'm gonna go and overpaint it over the whole drawing. By that, it'll be more of a painting technique than a digital coloring technique. Chandler, you said that happy dodgy face won't stop you making you smile. You love it. And thank you.
Are you using beige background because it will be an orange-ish boy?
No. Chandler, you asked if I'm using a beige
Yeah.
background because he'll be an orange-ish boy. And no, actually what I'm doing is... So, for example, if I hide the color and the line art, this is only one layer. I do paint the background like that, just so I don't have to go painting is exactly where the character
wow.
is.
That's beautiful.
I just paint the
It's
whole.
just Oh, I love that.
I just paint the whole thing all together. Keep it like that. Why so?
Yeah, like take off the black lines. It looks so good.
Just like this. Yeah, that's the whole thing without the
It looks like he just like touched a wall, like he was full of paint and touches the wall and lets the mark on there.
Yeah.
Not explain it right.
it feels like that kind of.
Like a
It's like
face.
somebody does with just light colored chalks and creates a whole really soft looking image.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, the whole idea is for the shading to look like something even without the lines. So I'm trying to do the shading as detailed as possible, that so even when I remove the lines, you can still see what's going on. You can still feel some sort of depth and lighting and such. But it's a very slow process to go about doing. So I hope I'm not boring anyone with this. Also, Chandler, you said it's a spoopy boy. And maybe when the lines aren't there, it really has this sort of ethereal quality to it. But it's only a spoopy boy for just a moment here or there. So, like I was saying, Taz.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing this whole painting thing, after I'm done with it, I'm gonna create another layer, but instead of doing this two tones coloring with just the beige, the dark beige, and the yellowish white, then I'll go through the whole picture with I forgot the name of the thing. The drop pick, eye picker. I don't know. It's a tool that picks the color, the exact color of the place I touch it with. So I'll manually pick the color of a certain region, then I'll adjust the color in the color wheel, and then I'll repaint some of the areas around it to better fit a new color. I'm almost to that, so you're gonna see it in action, kind of. And then I'll go and do a quick background, just drawing some colors, and this drawing will be done. So this is gonna look good, I feel.
Oh yeah, I looked back at your artworks lately on your Twitter that you posted. I mean, the one on Tristan Black Wolf, there was like the tail. Like I know that you are hiding his parts, but like the tail was kind of looking weird, I would say.
Oh, yeah, it should not have been like that. I did it like that mostly because I spent hours. I spent hours drawing, and it didn't feel like I wanted to spend even more time trying to go and figure out a better pose. So I just went with that.
But you did a pretty good job in a way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, he's pretty happy about it anyway.
I'm glad you approve of it. And Chandler said your finished pieces never have lines. I like the way it looks. Not to mention you're really bad at controlling the line quality. And yeah, like I said, a painterly style, it doesn't have lines on it. It's more so you control the shapes with just colors. So if you're going for a painterly style, you don't need to learn how to do line art. But I did learn how to do line art mostly because of the comic, because that's the most common and easier way to do comics. So that's what works for me. But anyway, were you going to say something, Leo? I think I kind of interrupted you.
I was flicking my bic and it got picked up.
Come again?
That was it. I should click my thing on mute unless I'm gonna talk.
Oh, it's a press to talk thing, right?
So here we have it. The very happy boy. He's looking happy. So what I'm gonna do here is take this whole the shading and now adding some darker tones to it in these more shaded places. This is not something I normally do, but I just that so the shading itself already has a more more solid look to it. So so I don't have to go back and do it elsewhere. Also, when I'm done with this, normally just by using one multiply layer you are able to get all the you are able to get the feelings you're wanting to have, or you already have the lights and the shades where you need it. But I'm gonna go and what?
Look at chat.
Yeah, hey Chandler. Line art is my favorite. It's so nice to look at. It's really amazing, no joke. But thank you so much. I'm really glad you do appreciate it. It's nice to know people don't find it odd or weird at times, because I know I do. But so yeah, normally I just go and do one layer with multiply, but now I'm gonna also go and do one layer with overlay or light shading, just to make the colors on the shirt pop a little more, some brighter areas. Also, it did take me a while to notice you, but I had read your comment already. I was going to mention it. I just wanted to finish the whole topic I was going to say about the coloring and such. So here I'm gonna take this layer and apply an overlay. You guys can see that the color almost doesn't change when I apply this overlay layer.
Yeah.
It does get a little more yellowish.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that off. Try not to get it too yellowish. Just a tad. And then I'm gonna take a brighter color to apply some more lighting in areas that I feel like need it. Also, I'm gonna take another brush to make these areas more blocky instead of this very what's the word? It's more smooth filtrate. Reminds you of a Boston cream filled donut. I don't know what that is, Chandler, but what does remind you of that? The coloring, the character, the background. I don't know.
I don't know either, so I cannot help you.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a local thing.
Yeah, I know. We'll put a picture in the Discord. The color of the character reminds me of it. Kind of the meaning of life.
Ah. So I assume it's food, because the meaning of life can be always be found throughout food.
Wait, you can put... Oh, you cannot. Why are you going to put it? Because I don't see the chat of the Discord.
It might take a while to load. I mean, the picture have to upload first, so it does take a little while to show up.
Oh, because I was looking at the wrong place. My bad.
Or that can be an issue too.
I was in your announcement. That's fine.
So now I'm also taking a darker color and still using the overlay layer to also throw in some darker shades here and there. That works as well. That looks very delicious.
Oh, yeah, it does now. Actually, yeah, your artwork is kind of. I get it now.
I don't even know what that is exactly, but I feel like I want one.
Some kind of donut? I mean, like, it's type of donut, I would say.
Yeah, I mean more like
Because I
what's
feel like I saw it in like Mr. Donut and kind of faces.
yeah, but I mean more like what is it filled with, and what is that topping?
Cream. I think it's cream, some kind of cream thing.
Yeah,
Vanilla cream.
yeah, but I wonder. I do wonder.
It's popular in the United States, apparently.
Huh?
It's popular in United States. Burning scented. It's just a type of yellow. It's just a type of yellow cream. What do you mean? It's just a cream that is yellow.
Well, it still sounds delicious, and I'd like to try it someday.
It looks delicious.
The old-fashioned lady fingers cookies. They're a little egg cake that's full of a heavy cream frosting.
Yeah.
Kind of like an eclair.
That sounds very good. You guys are making me hungry. Shouldn't be trying to make me hungry.
It's like when you look at Twitter and like have like videos of how to cook something and it looks delicious. And it's like, oh, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Things is if people get me wanting something like that really badly, then I have to go and get an older version of it because I'm allergic to milk caseinate, so I have to have milks that are cooked. They can't be a quick culture, so I can't just go to the store and buy one of those because usually they use like an instant pudding as the filling.
No, so you have to kind of cook your own donuts. But that's not nice. But then again, it's something else you can another skill you can have under your belt and something you can brag about. Like, hey, I can cook my own cookies or donuts. That's always nice.
Yeah, then you have more friends who wants to have your food. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, well, it's more. There's more reasons to invite people over to share stuff with them.
Yeah, it's nice. Not until you have somebody who's always asking you for more.
But you say it doesn't have a very distinct taste and it's pretty much just pudding. And one day you get a giant syringe and you inject all your pastry with stuff like strawberry jam, cream, etc. That does sound like an endeavor, but it also sounds nice. So, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't know if that felt right. So I did throw in some shading here and there, some more exaggerated lighting on the parts I felt like should be lighter, and some darker shades in the places I felt should be not as light as this. So normally when I do the coloring for it, I stop at only the first layer of shading, because the more layers you go into, the more details you start to put into the coloring. And while having a very good looking, very detailed comic is a good thing, normally people don't spend that much time looking at the details. They're just there to read the text and see the accompanying images, and then they go to the next page. They don't spend too much time looking at details, so
yeah,
making
it's true. When the story is very good, it's very hard to just look at the details. You just want to keep going for the story.
Yeah, every now and then you do stop and look at the details, but it's not something you stop for.
But not at the first look. I know that for the first look, I will look mostly for the story, but then I will look for the artwork.
Also, sorry, Leo, I guess I interrupted you again. Sorry.
That's okay. I was interrupting when I said it's usually something of a balance. I mean, if there's really great artwork, but the story just isn't there or makes no sense, I want to read the comic anyways, even though they're like, the art is so good. And then the other thing is if the story is really great, then, I mean, people will read the story, but they won't refer back and look, at old pages because they're painful to look at the longer you look at them.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
But looking right back at the first pages of the Golden Week, I'm impressed to how good you've gone into art. I mean, like how much you improved. It's incredible.
Hey, thanks.
Like over the years.
It did take me... Huh?
When was the first time you drew this first page? I mean, how long was that?
The first page, it came out in 2012. It's been quite some time.
It's a lot of years. But now you are like so good at it. I'm so happy of being able to follow you all the way. Well, not all the way, but most of the way.
Well, I have been drawing for years now. Since 2012, it's been almost 6 years. 5 at least, so it's quite some time. Also, Chandler, it says you spend a lot of time looking at other people's arts, trying to reverse engineer things like expressions, perspectives in different parts of the body, etc. And that's a very good thing to do as well, I find. Tracing, a lot of people say that tracing is bad, but if you do tracing for academic purposes, like to learn how someone did something, I also think tracing is a good way to learn. So when you pick a very nice drawing from a very good artist, tracing can also help you learn how they did a certain thing. And let's find a nice color to put in the background. So you guys are up there in North America, you guys are in winter, so I'm gonna throw in some winterly colors at you guys. Because I feel like that'll make you feel more at home or something. Or not, who knows? You agree, you almost slipped on ice and killed yourself the other day. Don't try to kill yourself. It's bad for your health.
Sorry.
It's alright. But yeah, I think I said this a lot of times already. Since we don't have snow nor sub-zero temperatures here, we don't know how it is like to live in a place with snow. And these sort of situations in which you have to be careful not to slip on ice and such. So I really wonder how that must be like.
Like how it feels like. I got lost in what you were saying.
Mostly how it feels like to have to deal with the situations, like like you have to be careful where you're walking because you can't sleep on ice. You have-
Well, it depends on I think the countries and like how the weather is. But like for example, when I was in Japan, I was on the north side, so there was a lot of snow. The ice appeared only if it was like snowing, and then a few minutes later it was raining, and the entire floor of like roads and stuff like this was very icy. But then after that, when there's a lot of snow, you barely have the ice. It's only when it's melting. It's pretty annoying because you need to make sure to have a look, have the eye for the places where it looks too flat, I would say. I lived in Japan too, you know. I was in Sapporo, in Hokkaido.
Oh yeah, you said you lived in Japan. You didn't say where you lived, but yeah, like I was saying, it must. I really don't know how it must feel to deal with that kind of situation every day. I don't think anyone here does, so it's really crazy to imagine something like that. Yeah, Chandler, like I said the other day, almost no place in Brazil gets snow nor ice. The only place in Brazil that like just a little bit of snow is the southernmost places, and only for like a day or two during winter. And some years they don't even get it, so it's really rare.
So, wait, that means that you never went skiing?
No. Never went skiing, never saw snow. It is simply not a thing in here. So that's why I said the whole thing about wondering how it must be like to have to deal with snow conditions. But anyway, then again, at least I do know how it is to deal with extreme heat every now and then. So that's okay, I guess. And what are you guys saying? That surprises you. You thought at least the south side of Brazil would get significant snow coverage, and no, you don't. It doesn't. And then you also say skiing spooks you. Well, why is that? Dealing with bad snow and ice conditions is hell on earth. Yeah, every now and then I do see not every now and then, but lately I have seen a lot of people talking about how their pipes had frozen, how they had to go around throwing salt on the snow.
In Japan, in Sapporo, you cannot leave the house more than like 3 days without like heating your room, because if you don't, the entire pipes of water explodes. So every time you have to get out, I mean, if you go out, for example, for vacation for a few days, you have to like press some kind of button that actually empty all the pipes of water.
Yeah, that's super scary. Just to think about that kind of thing.
Hi, Flesdrowski. Flesdrowski?
I think so. Hey, Fledrowski. Welcome to the stream. and hope you have a great time in here with all of us, beautiful boys and girls, wherever the girls are. But I hope you have a great time in here. You did grass skiing in Japan. How does that goes?
Skiing in Japan?
Yeah, and because when you're skiing, you're on 2 thin planks of wood and you're flying at 1 billion miles an hour down a mountain. And yeah, that can be dangerous, but it can also be fun.
It's, the thing is that it is sounding very like it's very scary, but it's not that scary. Like when you have control of skiing, like you realize how easy it can be. The only issue is like if it's a lot of people around, you have to be careful of like going slow and not like going to anybody else. But when there's like just a few people on the part, I mean on the sliding part, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd hope it is. It would have been fun. But yeah, normally when I think about it, I think like it's a thing you do, and not like a thing you do amongst another 100, 200 people who are also doing the same thing as you. So yeah, that's crazy to imagine. And also, I finished that drawing for Cody, so now I'm gonna do this other drawing of this other boy here. And
oh, this one, yeah.
Let's get some coloring done. And some shading. Let me also adjust the preview so you guys can see it better. Because on the stream there is a little preview window.
Yeah, I see.
So you guys can see how the whole thing is progressing without having to look at a little bit of the drawing I'm doing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice assessing.
And hopefully that makes the whole drawing thing easier for people who are not very artsy themselves, because they can see what's going on and they don't need and I don't need to keep showing all the other space with the layers, the panels, and all the other things. Because this program, it has a lot of layers. I mean, not a layer, but it has side panels with a lot of information that unless people are into art, they probably won't get what all that information is.
Yeah.
It's not helpful. It's just lost the space. Let's not get into that. Also, hey everyone who's there in the chat, the very quiet stalking boys and girls, how are you guys doing? The people who haven't said much yet, I want to hear from you too. If you'd like to say something, I'd be super eager to see what's up with you guys. There is. I don't know exactly what's the best color for this character, so let's try and figure that out. Also,
what program are you using right now? Yeah.
For doing the art, I'm using Clip Studio.
Clip Studio. Interesting. If I ever get to use a computer art,
I really recommend Clip Studio. It's a very easy program to get into. It feels kind of as simple as Psy, because it doesn't well, it has a lot of functions and things here and there. There's a lot going on with Clip Studio, but you can quickly find where is the brushes you need and how to create a new canvas, and you can get going and start drawing without too much hassle. And I also like that it has a lot of tools and functions that Sai doesn't have, and it's something most people would normally put together with Photoshop. So I really like that Clip Studio is kind of the middle point between Sai, ease of use, and lightweightness, and the powerful tools and functions that Photoshop has. So it's a very good middle ground program. Also, it's super cheap, and for whatever reason, the studio behind Clip Studio, they keep making discounts and sales every now and then. So to get it cheaply, you don't have to look too hard. You just have to wait a little while until they do a sale.
They seem to have like a Pro and X. But like, do you know the differences between them?
Yes, there is the Clip Studio Pro.
Yeah, that's I think
which is the basic version, and there is the Clip Studio EX.
X. Yeah.
There isn't a lot of difference really. The whole gist with the Clip Studio EX is that it's more catered for manga, for people that make mangas.
Okay.
And
it is so much more expensive than the normal one that I'm like, why?
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot going on with it. It just gives you a little more functions that you don't actually need. It allows you to create a file that kind of keeps every page of your manga kind of in a single file, so you don't need to keep hassling with multiple files. But that is useless if you know how to manage files on your own. And if you know other ways to produce files into a PDF file, for example. And so, and other than that, the only other actual meaningful function it has that normal Clip Studio doesn't have is for animation. It allows you to take many more frames, because animations in Clip Studio, it has kind of a animation interface, so you can create your own animations with it.
Yeah, like Burning Language said, like, I got X to have unlimited animation frames.
Yes, for animations, it allows you to have as many frames as you want, because the Pro version, it only allows you for 24 frames of animation. So that's around a 6-second animation. So if you want to animate anything that's longer than 6 seconds, you can't, unless you have the X version. But that's all there is to it, really. Other than that, I don't see much more any actual reason to buy the EX version.
Oh, I see.
And hey Chandler, you can actually change the amount of frames per second, so you can make the whole thing, you can make it last like 6 seconds by having a very janky animation. If you want a smoother animation, you can have 24 frames per second. But what I was saying is that you can have at most 6 seconds of animation with the 24 frames. The free version allows you.
Anyway, I have no idea why No, go ahead.
Chandler, you also said the UI in Clip Studio is friendly as fuck, which you appreciated when you first got into digital art. And yeah, the user interface it's very simple, and you can move stuff around, and it's easy to get and easy to understand. It did have a very simple user interface as well, but you couldn't move it. So I know a lot of people who weren't big fans of Psy because the navigator and the panels with the canvas was on the opposite side than what they were used with Photoshop and such. So that was a big turn down for a lot of people. But yeah, I do like the Clip Studio user interface as well. It's super customizable, and it allows for so much, and it's so good. But anyway, what were you going to say, Terry?
No, I just realized that for the past years that I've been following you, I saw that you were streaming and stuff like this, but I barely, like, I did look some of your videos, but because I wasn't in the stream, I didn't feel like, I don't know, it was hard for me to watch it without really being there. But now that I'm here, I'm like realizing why didn't I do that earlier? I'm actually enjoying it.
Come again? What did you say? I didn't understand what you said.
Sorry. Most of the time I used to see your streams, I mean, like as YouTube videos, but it's not like streaming. Like I had so many things happening in my life that I didn't have the right timing to watch the stream when you were streaming.
Ah, yeah.
So I just watch the video sometimes, but because I wasn't there to watch this, I wasn't there to be part of the stream, I didn't watch most of the videos. But now that I'm like talking with you and like participate in the stream, I feel like much better. I don't know why I didn't stream. I didn't talk with you or chat with you during streams. So now I'm happy to be able to do that and have some time to have some free time to be able to do such thing. Anyway, I hope I'm not making any sense.
Actually, you are. First of all, I'm really thankful that you're able to be here in the stream as well, because the stream I'm mostly doing that so I could be recording these videos on an off day and on my own time, but I'm doing this live because I want to be able to connect and talk to you guys more, and that is only possible because you guys are here to watch it. So I want to say I'm really thankful for you guys being here to be part of these streams. But yeah, watching the recording isn't the same thing as being there at the time it's happening. And
yeah, exactly, it's totally different.
And yeah, I want to do these streams more often and in good enough times that so many people can come and participate and be together. So I did set up this time that which I'm streaming right now, which is the time that for me works the best. I don't know if it works out for everyone, but I think it's a good time frame.
Yeah, it is. Well, now for me it's a good time frame because when I was in Japan, I was like, the streaming time was kind of bad. I think.
Yeah.
Around around the midnight or something.
So yeah, it's not a time that is gonna work for everyone, and because of these people who can't watch the stream even if they wanted to, that's what the recordings are for, so they can come back and watch whenever they have the free time to go and do it. But for the people who can be here, then hooray for them. Hooray for everyone, actually. Also, what are you guys saying?
He's asking about my why I was. So yeah, what happened was, so I was in Russia for like a year, but then spending time in the American school in Russia.
Oh, sorry. This was a jump scare for you guys. So
Hello.
I think I'll have to go and do some stuff right now. So I'll take a quick break.
Okay.
I'll be back right now.
Okay. Bye. So I don't know if you guys can. Oh yeah, you can hear me. Okay, sorry. No, yeah, I was in Russia. So when I ended up like quitting school after a year, I decided to go to Japan, learn Japanese to firstly get out of my parents' like hands, so I can be myself more and find out what I like, what I wanted to do. And yeah, that's how I went to Japan. And yeah, but I was very lucky. I was very lucky. If my parents didn't have the job that they had, I wouldn't have been able to go there. But now it's kind of a tight position, I would say. A polyglot? What is that? No, I'm using several languages. Oh, I'm able to talk and write French fluently in a way, I would say. Like, not perfect, and I do a lot of mistakes. English, which is, I think, a good level. I can speak and kind of read some Japanese. It depends only on what kind of Japanese writing it is. Because in Japanese you have the hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And I know how to read the hiragana and katakana, not the kanji. Some kind of Chinese kind of written. It's exact. My native language is French. And my nationality is French, yes. But my English is much better than my French, actually. Like, my French is so bad right now. Like, when I'm writing to my family, they always like send me back messages like, "Oh, you made a mistake there," and I'm like, "Oh God." I think it's because since I moved in so many different countries and that I had to talk in English, I kind of got the, I don't know, like I just couldn't survive if you didn't have English. Yeah, it's very interesting, yeah. But I would also say that my father is from Trinidad and Tobago, so I kind of took his side of the language. I mean, yeah. I don't know, I really can't explain why exactly, but yeah, my English is better than my French. And people always laugh at me. And it's true.
Hey.
Hi.
It took me a while, but I'm back. Sorry
Well,
about.
not that long, I guess. That's fine.
Yeah. Once again, I had the the mail people coming to deliver stuff, so you guys suffered another jump scare. I said they would they would not be happening anymore, but one just did. So sorry about that.
It's fine. Learning a language in, like, I don't know, like in your school and country or university and stuff like this. It's pretty hard if you don't go there. Because I was living in a different country, I had more, like, I was kind of forced to learn it, and because I was in this like everyday talk of English and Japanese and stuff like this, I learned it much faster than if I studied in school. So that's why I think that's why it's very hard right now for you.
And just real quick, you guys here. Well, from what I see, the chat didn't have a lot of. Well, you guys were just talking about the whole languages thing. However, Chandler, you said that watching me color makes you realize how freaking tense and OCD you are when you color, and it actually gives you hope. And maybe do elaborate on how you are tense and OCD when it comes to this, and how do I give you hope later after you guys are done with the whole language talk. But yeah, keep going with your language shenanigans.
I think you should go to St. Petersburg. It's a pretty nice city. I was living there, so. But I have no idea how hard it is for Americans to go into other countries. But yeah, you know.
I don't think it is that hard. I just think it is like anyone else. Going to another country just takes a lot of paperwork to get through. Getting a passport, getting a visa, getting all this stuff, and
yeah,
it's just a long, very long process with lots of paperwork. But I don't think it's hard per se.
I mean, it cannot be as hard as Japan. The Japanese are so hard with this kind of thing.
Why is that?
They ask for so many things and just like just annoying. All the papers I had to do by myself and like try to contact my parents and telling them to give me files and stuff and just, anyway.
Doesn't sound like a fun time.
Oh, it wasn't really a fun time. I would spend a day trying to get my visa, my like updated visa again. Anyway, ooh, Dobie Shep.
Oh, hey Dobie Shep, welcome to the stream. And I hope this time you are able to stay a little while longer. But anyway, welcome. And Chandler, you said that you're currently saving to go to Russia for a significant amount of time. Thankfully, you don't need to go too far abroad for Spanish, being in the United States at all. And all. Yeah, going to Russia does seem like a very crazy plan, but going to, say, Mexico or anywhere in South America or Central America sounds much easier. Besides, I think you probably can find a lot of Hispanic people in the United States as well, so that's good, I think. Also, Chandler said you think way too much about lighting and local values when you color. You analyze it into oblivion, and eventually, I was very nitpicky about colors too. However, after I began doing the comics, I realized how I needed to have a process, a method to doing it as fast as I was releasing pages. I couldn't simply go and keep changing the colors for each page, so I had to go and create a method. And eventually, I came up with a way I color things, and it has evolved into the techniques I use today. But that's basically it. you need to go and find out how a way to color, having productivity in mind, and trying to do it as fast as you can, but still as good as you can. And the hardest part is just the finances. Most Americans don't have passports because most people are landlocked, and it's just too costly to go abroad. I didn't know about that. I thought almost every American had a passport or something. But that's interesting to know as well. Also, Dobby, you said you have a dentist appointment, and sure thing, go have your fangs checked, because you'll be needing them. Also, thank you so much for stopping by. It's always nice to hear from you. Even though we don't hear from you very often, it's still very nice to hear from you. Chandler said you're gonna start experimenting with multiply layers. You've always used overlay layers for shading, but that is very flawed, you've come to learn. And it can be, depends very much on how you deal with colors and what kind of coloring you're doing. The multiply layers are the easiest ones to understand and to get using. Overlay is harder to understand. And were you going to say anything, Terry?
No, we're just saying hello to Vito. He just joined the Discord chat.
Hey guys.
Hey Vito, welcome to the voice chat.
Thank you.
And Leo, you said that lighting becomes a style when you feel how to shade rather than to plot how to shade. And yeah, I agree with you. I kind of developed my own way of shading, and I see a lot of other artists that do it differently, but none can go and say that the other is doing it wrong. There's no right way to go about shading, so yeah, it's a style you're gonna develop, just as you might or may not develop a style for line art and choosing colors and drawing poses and the such. It's a process, and it'll take some time, but eventually you'll get there. Because I have high hopes for you. So I feel like it'll turn out okay for you. Also, Chandler said that is interesting to think about, and you heard water flowing or something. Did you frighten? I hope it wasn't too big a frighten. And sure thing, Dobby. I hope to see you later. Take care. And with that aside, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. I got a response back when I woke up about
You're lagging.
the sketch version of Thaddeus L. Burrick. How it's small, detailed, oriented.
It is.
I responded back.
What did you just say?
Do I have to make the character bigger for the viewers to see, or is it something else?
It's more so that as an artist, as someone who's starting with art or an artist or whatever, a lot of people are used to drawing in very small places, very small, whatever they have available.
Like a sheet of paper, for example?
Yeah, so you have a very small sheet of paper available, and that's the space you have to draw with. So you're gonna condition yourself to drawing very small because that's the space you have available. And while that's not a bad thing, actually, eventually, if you're gonna start doing art more frequently or to show to others, you need to do it in a very good size. Because, well, for many reasons, but mostly because so far you've been conditioning yourself to drawing small things, and when you make mistakes, because everyone makes mistakes, those mistakes are going to be too small in a already small drawings to see or realize. So you need to draw bigger, that's so you can better see the mistakes you are doing, so you can have an easier time correcting them. So
usually I do that to save some space for items and whatnot, like the appearance of the tail, for example, and that scar on his left cheek. Well, scars technically.
And that's the thing. I disagree with the whole having to share one image with, I mean, one piece of paper, for example, with so many details. You can simply go and say do an entire drawing of just a character without pointing out any details about him or her, and then do another drawing smaller now that you know who your character is or are, and then in this smaller drawing you go and make all sorts of details just however you want. Also, thank you so very much, Laser Bang Bang, for following me on Twitch. I appreciate that very much.
I see your point.
But yeah, the thing you did in that other drawing you made, I don't remember which, was an older one.
Marissa Craven Telford?
No, not that one. I think it was a reference for your own character. You did a drawing with a lot of items around it, and while that's not a bad thing per se, it would be good to have one single drawing of your character, because that drawing, I think it was the under part of the shoe, it was bigger than the character itself, and that's not an important detail, or at least it's not as important as the character himself. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
So, you should try your best to do an entire drawing with just the character, without anything else. And if you're gonna do just the character, then you can go as big as you want. And you should go as big as you want. So, try it out someday. Take an entire sheet of paper and do one of your characters in it. Like, really big. Try to take all the page to do the drawing. It will feel weird at first, it will feel crazy and uncomfortable, but it's going to give you a better overall idea of how well or how badly you're using space, and eventually you're gonna have a better sense for how is it going. And if you do a bigger drawing, you will have enough space to do the details you want to do in the character himself, or the character itself. So yeah, I do think you should make bigger drawings. I don't know what exactly was it that you answered on the Discord, but that's my opinion at least.
Yeah, that answers my question.
Then I'm glad, because when I got into college a couple of years ago, we had some drawing classes, and the drawing classes, the teachers, they got us to make a lot of drawings in very, very big sheets of paper. I don't know if you guys are familiar with international paper size, but we used to make those drawings in A3 papers.
A3 papers? Oh.
So that's very big.
Yeah.
For
I wasn't taught that in elementary school, since I haven't taken a single art class since then.
Oh wow.
And that's okay.
That's why I had to teach myself in the later years.
Yeah, that's the same thing we all do. And so yeah, a lot of people make a lot of mistakes every now and then, especially when self-teaching art. And that's just my opinion. You should try and use bigger sheets of paper to draw stuff. Also, if you guys aren't very familiar with international paper sizes, there is the common office size. I think it's nearly about an A4, and an A3 is twice the size of an A4 paper. I do know the size in centimeters, but then again, it's not like everyone here uses the metric system. So yeah, you do take a look at Google some of this someday. Look into the international paper size, and you get the gist very quickly. And you guys are saying make your drawing stick. I agree. And yesterday you were awful, but you feel optimistic about today in terms of life as a whole, and that's great to hear, Chandler. Moist Boy is now a Chalky Boy. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but he's gonna look better. And there is an international paper size standard. It is if you Google it, you'll find out more about it.
Be right back.
And sure thing. But yeah, you guys should take a look into it and try to get one of these big paper sizes to draw. It's really great when you have that much size to work with. It's kind of freeing. Also, hey Vito, I'm hearing a lot of background noise in there.
I'm just looking at my printer papers, and it says it's 8.5 inches by 11 inches. That's usually the paper I use to draw stuff, such as the reference sheets I've shown you of Marissa and Thaddeus.
I think that's the size they call the office size. I think the office size is not exactly the same as an A4, but it's almost close to an A4. But yeah, try that one. Try using the whole sheet of paper, like leave just half an inch or a quarter of an inch for the margins on the page, and then use the rest of the page for your whole drawing. Give it a try one of these days. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. And if you don't use that size, Chandler, don't worry, the police won't come after you.
And Bones Cody is Cody? Yeah. Bones Cody.
Also, hey Bones, welcome to the stream. And Ben, you're saying that 8.5 by 11 inches is the standard in the USA. And I think not only in the USA, but a lot of places use that size as the office paper size default.
They also use that for printers and scanners.
Yeah. So it is a very common standard, but there's also the other standard, which I said, which I don't remember. I mean, I'm not sure if it's actually called international standard, but it is a very commonly known standard of paper sizes. But yeah, do take a look into it some of these days. You guys will be impressed, and I mean, maybe not impressed, but you will know something new about the world, and it's gonna make you feel smart. So do it. Because everyone here should be very smart boys and girls. And Bones said, "What's up?" And what's up right now is that I had to start this stream a little later, and I'm gonna end it a little earlier. I mean, I had to start it later, and I'm gonna end it a little later, earlier. Mixing my words.
You're starting to confuse yourself now.
Yeah, speaking in English is hard. So I'm gonna end this stream maybe 1 or 2 hours earlier, so it's not gonna be a very long stream. And then I'm gonna go grocery shopping. But in the meantime, for the stream itself, since it's gonna be so shorter than usual, I'm not gonna do new drawings. I'm just gonna color these old drawings I had done in a previous stream, but I didn't get the chance to color them. So this is what's up with today in my life. What about you guys' life? What are you up to, everyone?
I think later on I'm gonna try to make Thaddeus a little bigger for the viewers to see later on.
Try not to use the same drawing. Pick a new piece of paper and draw the whole thing again.
That's the plan.
Then get to it. Later, like I said, but do get to it. What about the rest of you? What are your plans for today, Terry?
Well, it's kind of like already 6 p.m. for me, so I don't know. I'm just listening to your stream and try to participate and feel, I don't know, a bit welcome the Douglas fandom, I would say. No, now I think I'm going to draw a bit and then play games and then go to sleep. Nothing special.
Oh, that sounds like a peaceful end for the day.
Yeah. And I think tomorrow I'm going to go to a different city in UK. So I need to prepare a bit of because tomorrow I'm counting on handing in my CV for the jobs. Or maybe find like maybe a restaurant place that have like the sign of like such like help wanted and stuff like that.
So your plan is to be in the UK for
as long as I can.
Permanently then.
Permanently, yeah. This is my plan. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's good to see you settling down somewhere.
And Burning, I'm not streaming at all. I wouldn't have anything to stream for, so.
And speaking English is hard as fuck, and I agree with you, Chandler. Ben, you're currently at work. So, lucky for you, these streams are no longer unsafe for work, so you can watch it while you work. Although...
We're making noises.
Yeah, although depends on what you work with. I don't think I remember or know what you work with, so depending on what you do for a living, you should not be watching stream. Say if you're a surgeon, you should not be watching the stream. You should be focusing on transplanting those organs. But anyway, and Chandler, you're gonna do the usual stuff.
Why do you cry? I'm reading the chat, sorry. Burning language say I've never been to Europe. I cry every time.
And Bones said your plans are to train, and you should do that. Training is good. I don't know what you're training, or if by training you say going to the gym, but it's good. It's good to keep healthy. And also, Ben, you said you work at a software firm writing code. And I think that seems good. And now that you say it, I think you had told me that before. I guess I forgot, so sorry about that. But well, I hope we are not being too distracting for you, and you are able to write your codes with relative ease, and not getting too distracted. Hopefully. And you've never been to Europe, Chandler, so you cry every time you think about going to Europe. But don't worry. And Bones, you said that training as in teaching other people. That's fun. I did that once. It was not fun. I mean, I did that twice. It was not fun either times. Because for whatever reason, the 2 employees I trained for 2 different companies that did 2 different things, both employees went on to go and do stuff that were not beneficial to the company, so I wonder.
What's that noise?
Yeah, sorry, I think it's me. I think it's when I'm typing on my on my keyboard. Sorry.
That's fine.
But you guys, if you're gonna do a lot of background noise, then I would suggest you guys use the push to talk, because
I just hate the push to talk. It's just like every time I say something, I just forget to press the button and I feel stupid because nobody heard me.
Or maybe set up a mute or unmute microphone button, that so when you know you're gonna make a lot of noise, you mute your microphone.
Yeah, I'm just every time I'm going to write down something, I'm just going to mute my microphone.
It's not. I mean, it's not actually a bad thing. But like I said, the whole Discord chat is also being streamed.
Mm-hmm.
So the people in the stream are also listening to the tap noises, and I'm not sure, but I think some of them might not find that too enjoyable. So just a heads up. But don't worry. Just do your best to be good boys, and everything will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Chandler, you said, I believe it, Russia is technically in Europe, so you guys are right. Oh, yeah, you're gonna go to Russia someday, that's your plan. And...
Alright.
You guys are up with so many plans and so many things, and it's nice to see you guys doing so much stuff. Making the world a better place little by little.
Yeah.
Or quote unquote better place. But again, it's always nice to hear from you guys. And, Ben, you said that programming for school is super easy, and because Chandler said that you like programming when it's not for school. So what's up with that? I never programmed for nothing because I'm not a programmer, so I wouldn't know. How is it that programming for school is easy, but you don't like it, Chandler? So let's have an argument. Let's have a discussion, a long-winded discussion on programming. Because that's something I don't know anything about, so enlighten me. Those of you who are programmers, or do enjoy the whole programming.
I'm surely going to get lost in all the programming talk, so I will stay silent, I think.
Oh, me too. I'm already lost just by thinking about it. People haven't even begun talking about it, and I am already lost. But it's something I don't know anything about, so maybe there's something new I can learn.
I just remember like trying to learn about it by myself, but I realized how much work it needs and like how much memory you need to have to remember all the codes and stuff like this. That's the only thing I understood from it.
I did try to learn, and I didn't have the memory issue because I had a lot of references and links open every now and then, everywhere. So I was using a lot of references for coding when I did make that Ren'Py game I did a while ago, the visual novel. But what really confuses me with programming is the whole logic behind it, because some people seem to have a relative ease to understand programming logic, and when it gets to the more complex things like loops and such, I get completely lost and confused. That's the difficulty I had with programming, getting to understand how loops and arrays and such work and how to actually apply them into something. So I guess that most of you guys are super familiar with that. But, well, not super familiar, but you guys probably do understand that way better than I do. So what's up with that?
I'm impressed that you're able to do two things at the same time. I mean, like talk and draw. I've been talking and like looking at the chat for like a few like minutes, and suddenly I look back at the art and I'm like, oh, you're already nearly finished, and I'm like, oh, I just missed a lot.
Yeah, I am doing two things at once, but I'm doing very bad at both. I'm not drawing as fast as I could be drawing, and I'm coloring as fast as I could be coloring, and I'm not entirely sure if what I'm saying makes sense or if my pronunciation is correct. So I'm not.
Oh, can it be as bad as mine?
So yeah, I could be doing much better at talking, and I could be doing much better at drawing if I did one at a time. But since I'm doing both at the same time, it's super.
You're doing very well as in making us feel in the stream and stuff like this by reading the chat and stuff like this. So you're doing very well on the bringing us into the stream.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. Thank you. But I think I could be doing better. So maybe it's some skill I'll develop with time after streaming some more. I'll be able to talk more concisely, and pay more attention to the chat and the drawings and everything, and get faster and better at it. But for now, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Wow, you guys said a lot of stuff.
It could be a good idea, Burning.
Chandler said losing your will to live one failure at a time. You lost your soul to Satan himself when you did it for school. Ben, you said that programming for school you get to start from scratch. When you work for a company you have to learn their code and their way of doing things, and from what I heard that seems to be true, and that seems to be not very nice. Bones, you said you work with a development team, you're actually training on your web applications, and all of you are programmers. What kind of world is this? And Chandler, you said, which has benefits you're sure, instead of just floating out in space wondering how to do things the way they want. Benny said, but it's not that bad, I really enjoy this job. And Bones decided we could work beside each other. And you guys are super happy about that. And Leo said programming is hard yet fun, and there is so very many code languages that one can program in. Or cry together, depending, says Bones. And I got disconnected from the chat, so I probably missed some stuff. And Chandler, you said that I need to give myself more credit. If I want, you can help me with my pronunciation during the stream if you'd like. I just don't know if that would annoy me or anger me. And I would appreciate it because I know my English is broken and it can be hard for people watching me to understand what I'm saying. And I think it would be beneficial for everyone if you guys would correct me when I say something wrong. So please do correct me as much as you'd like. I'll do my best not to get mad or angry or anything. And but he also said, I know, right? Talking and drawing skills are through the roof as fuck. And I'm glad you think so. And Ben said, you wish you could draw like me. If you do spend as much time as I did drawing and doing comics and the such, you probably will get there. It does take some time, but it is doable. And
Fast rain.
huh? Come again, Vito?
Where I'm at right now, that rain went by fast.
Oh,
like,
it's raining
about a
over there.
minute. Was. And it was fast.
We've been having those here as well. Super quick summer rains. It's fun, actually. But to keep going on what you guys are saying, guys, your pronunciations are okay. You can be fully understood. Thank you, Leo. And Terry, you said that you live in the UK, so that you will get used to the language. And
Exactly.
the problem here is that nobody else here in Brazil speaks English, or at least
Exactly. That's why it's
nobody.
good for you.
Yeah, nobody near me speaks English, so the only way I can practice English is by talking to you guys on the streams and the Discord. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot of practice. I can put in through my English pronunciations and the such. So yeah, I would appreciate if you guys said something when I'm doing it wrong. And Leo, you said that you lost your will to live through your ex-wife, and that's sad to hear. But I hope you do find it back. And Chandler, you said grammatically my English is not broken at all. And thank you guys. And yeah, it is summer here because we are in the other hemisphere of the Earth. So it has been a very hot summer here. It's finally chilling down a little bit, so we're finally not being roasted alive. So that's good. But once again, thank you guys so much for disagreeing with me about how broken my English may or may not be. I will try my best to go and... this is the colors I used. Weird. I'll go and try to do my best to improve on my English. And like I said, I will appreciate it if you guys do correct me when I start saying things that don't make sense.
The ironic thing is that even though it's winter in the northern hemisphere, it's getting warm partially up here. Expressionally wise, I think the groundhog's not seeing its shadow this year.
Huh. Where do you live again, Vito?
North Carolina, the United States.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's a problem right there. I don't know how the climate or the geography up there is. But
Yeah, it was supposed to be cold since it's winter, but what's insane is the climate, and people believe it was global warming or something.
it actually is.
That's what I thought.
But then again, It might also be a lot of other things combined with global warming, so who knows. Well, in any case, well, at least it's good, because from what I hear, it has been being very cold up there, and when it's too cold, it's never fun for anyone. So at least you guys are going to have some warmth back, and that's good. Well, at least I think it is good. Hopefully you guys will agree that extreme cold and extreme heat are no fun. But anyway, Chandler, you said that nobody speaks English around you either, and that makes you a forever alone dude. That's sad. But but anyway, at least you have us here to talk to. Hopefully that'll make you less of a forever alone duderino.
Does it? Well, for the time being, it will feel less lonely, but that stream stops, it just feels double worse. Well, this is how I felt most of the time, so...
But it's been unusually warm over there in Utah as well. So yeah, like I said, it's maybe getting a little warmer every here and there, the climate getting to a more neutral sense is good, so nobody starts to
Did Chandler just drop the F-bomb on the groundhog?
I think so.
Pseudo-wise, I mean.
Possibly. I think he did.
Oh! That's gotta hurt.
And I think I'm done-ish with this part here of the drawing. Let's get to the other shading. So I said I was gonna do a more painterly style of shading, but I lied. I'm not. So deal with it. What I'm gonna do here is try to make everything look better. And better by that I mean try to lighten up some areas of this drawing, especially the chest area, because you all know how much people enjoy being super shiny and stuff.
A German Shepherd is your spirit animal, Chandler?
I didn't see that. What's up with that? You like it because you don't have to fear for your life whenever you go outside. And yeah, finally. So deal with it. So I'm your spirit animal. I hope that's a good thing in a way.
Holy cow, those are some big whiskers on that otter.
Yeah. I don't know where I was seeing it. Otters have like gigantic whiskers.
That's bigger than a cat's. And a dog's. Depending on the dog.
People have said that basically otters are like river cats or something. So yeah.
Kinda like how people say skunks are like cats. Polecats to be more precise.
I never heard that. But then again, don't think the whole skunk situation is too big here as well.
Sorry, I've been thinking about one of those shows where one of the characters got sprayed by a skunk unexpectedly. I can't get that out of my mind.
It's alright.
And that's how I know that the skunk is also known as a polecat.
Huh. So, who says that? Because I never heard anything like that over here. But then again, like I said, I don't think skunks are big here. At least not where I live.
I learned it from a cartoon called Ed and Eddie. Ever heard of that show?
Yes, it has a different name here in Brazil, but I heard of that show. That's a very old show, actually. Like 90s or something.
1999 to be precise.
Like I said, 90s. But I don't remember much of it. I think I don't know, I do remember it being weird, and I don't remember too much of it, but I do remember it being kind of fun. Also, sure thing to whoever is going, which is Ben. I'll be seeing you later, and take care. And thank you for stopping by and joining this stream. And you guys are also saying that a German Shepherd is a good spirit animal. I'm glad you agree. Chandler, you said that being a spirit animal is the most exalted human condition, only beaten by becoming a meme. Perhaps. And Leo, you said that otters also have really stiff whiskers. I did not know that. If I did, I would have made them stiffer. And
Where did you see that, Chandler?
And Chandler, you said the polecats are radically different from the skunk, though. And Ben, you also said that you can have a meeting to attend, so you'll be back later if we are still on. I don't think I'll be streaming for much longer, actually. I'm almost done coloring this guy. I'll just finish this whole thing here, do a background real quick, and then it'll be done.
What you said about German Shepherds being a spirit animal, most exalted human condition, only beaten by becoming a meme. That.
Probably has to do with how I don't know, people only say stuff like saying that something is a spirit animal is also a meme, but it's not exactly a meme. The thing itself is not exactly a meme because it's a thing people say about some other thing. So the thing people are saying is a meme, but the other thing is not a meme. So to say like, hey, this or that is a spirit animal is a meme.
No worries, Chandler. That's all good.
But I don't know. In any case, I certainly hope, and I hope that you have dealt with it.
When will be the next Twitch?
The next stream, you mean?
Yeah, stream.
I plan these streams to happen every day, like Monday through Tuesday. Every day starting at 1 PM at my time, which was, let me see, which was 3.5 hours ago. And they would last for 5 hours, so they would end in 1.5 hours from now.
Okay.
So possibly I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Also, if you guys aren't super sure of it, below the Twitch thing, there is a kind of an application widget thing that shows the schedule for the streams.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There is that as well, and in any case, I probably will be asking you guys about streams, dates and times as well in the Discord channel. So if you're in there, you also have the ability to tell me what you think about the times I'm streaming, and also be announcing streams on there and Twitter. So those are many
Well, for me,
ways.
these hours are pretty good, so yeah. Anyway, I have no idea for the others.
And yeah, if I'm gonna be streaming, it's either at this time, most days, or on weekends. But then on weekends, it's kind of it can be any hour during the weekends. On the weekends, I don't have a set time. So on the weekends, it can be the same time, probably, or it can be later, it can be earlier. It's kind of random. But in any case, I'll be letting you guys know whenever I plan to do a new stream. In a time that isn't these times I have told you guys. And by telling you guys, I mean saying it 2 minutes before I begin streaming.
You know, that sigil on that necklace almost reminds me of Thor.
Of what?
Thor, you know, the Norse god of thunder and war. The sigil in the center of the necklace. Well,
It probably is. Because this character also has some Celtic engravings in other references. He also has this Celtic knot tattoo on his chest, so it probably is. I'm not super sure. I should go and say that it definitely is, but I think it is.
Awesome.
And I think I'm mostly done with this character here. Looking pretty good. Maybe just add some more shades here and there, and then we'll be done. And Chandler, you said that memes are the meaning of life. You're an early bird, so this is a great time for you, and I'm glad you agree. And 1 PM for me is 8 AM for you. That's good, because I could not work in the morning. I would not wake up early just to see a stream, unless it was like the most important event on earth. But then again, I'm a very lazy person, so that's a factor. But that said, I'm really glad you guys are taking some time out of your day to come watch me. And I think I'm done with this guy here. I'm just gonna go make some highlights, which are pretty much just the eyes. And then I'll do a background on this stream. Will be over for today. It was super short, but at least.
What is it, Terry?
Well, that the stream is going to end soon. Like, oh.
And I don't know which color to use. I think I'm gonna go with a greenish kind of thing. Oops, not in this layer. Let's try there. But still, thank you so much, you guys, for sticking around and coming to watch this.
Welcome.
And like I said,
I will try to be more here also during your stream.
Oh, that's great to hear. Also, you did say you were not having the best of times the other day.
Yeah.
But I do hope you that at least by being here and talking to everyone, it does help you in some way.
No, I like before it might have helped, but like right now I kind of worked out things and the way I need to think, and now I'm feeling much better. Like I don't like the chat is not going to help me feel better because now I'm fine mentally, I would say. Like I'm not feeling as depressed as before. But yeah, I'm sure that I will come back if I feel kind of low. I'm sure I will enjoy listening to you talking.
And I certainly hope to be able to see you here again. It's been quite enjoyable having your company here. Because I see you. I mean, I have been seeing you talking and commenting and tweeting every now and then.
Yeah, I'm somebody who really don't really use Twitter that much. Most of the time, I always like contact directly the person because I used to fear of everything I was saying or writing, and because I knew that other people were going to see it, so every time I was avoiding it. But now I feel more comfortable about it. Like if I mess up, I mess up. I can change the thing I did or whatever.
But yeah, I have been you tweeting and messaging me every here and there, but I never actually got a chance to talk to you. So it's been super nice to be able to finally talk to you.
Yeah, it's nice to talk to you too.
And like I said, I hope to be seeing you more often in these.
And I think you will see me more often because I really hope to be able to join as often as I can. Even for the chat, and be able to see Burning Language again. I mean, see chat.
You guys can always find yourself at the Discord. The Discord is there just so you guys can talk to each other when the streams are not happening, and in general as well.
True. I didn't use Discord for some time, so I need to get back to it.
It'll take some getting used to, but I think you guys will have fun with it. I'm just gonna do some smaller details here and there because, you know, making details on things it's a very endless endeavor because it's never really done, and you can lose a lot of time with this. But it's really fun, and the final look always improves from it, so yeah. But anyway, I think I'm done with this drawing as well, so I'm gonna be posting it online, and then the stream will be over for today. But just like I said, you guys can come into this Discord and chat some more with the other delightful boys and girls. You can also do all sorts of things here and there, including sharing your art. If you guys are artists yourselves, you can share your art in the Discord server and we all can talk about it later. I mean, I know not everyone is super eager to go about sharing their creations.
Well, I did it even so I know it's bad, but I know I need to get back to it, so it's fine if I know if it's bad, but I know it's bad. Just need more training and stuff like that.
But yeah, I really hope to see you guys being more talkative and sharing your content there. It's really fun to see everyone engaging, and I really appreciate it. But that aside, this was it for today, everyone. I'm afraid this stream has come to an end. and I hope you guys have had an enjoyable, great time in here. It's been short, it's been kind of iffy, but like I said, I hope you guys have had a great time in here.
Yeah, it was very nice talking to you and enjoying the chat and you drawing this beautiful author and like incredible. It's a very interesting experience for me. Oh, you arrived late, young Jack Creighton.
Also, hey Grizzy. Once again, you just came in as the stream was ending. Sorry about that. Today's stream is gonna be cut shorter. But it's okay. I'll be back tomorrow for more. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow for more. And I hope to be able to see everyone tomorrow and all the other next streams as well. And
yeah, I think you will.
Thank you everyone for being here today, to talking and sharing this incredible moment with me and all the other delightful boys and girls. And to the people, in the chat who are it's okay. To the people in the chat who have not said anything so far, thank you all so much for joining here and being here as well. I know some of you are not very talkative and some of you are shy and not super into the whole I'll be talking your stream thing, but thank you so much for watching as well, even if you didn't come and say hi. And like I said, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have had a great time today, and thank you so much for watching.
And thank you very much for letting us be part of this.
Oh, don't worry. I really enjoy having people here to talk with. And like I said, it also helps me improve my English. By talking to people and having people talk to me, I also get better at listening and all the things. So it's good for everyone, and I really enjoy these times we have together.
There's a question There's a question I have, art related. What got you into doing full color eyes and not just the irises and the sclerae?
I don't know. I kind of began doing it like that a while ago, and I had fun with it. I liked it like that much more. So I kind of didn't bother to go back to doing eyes the old way. I don't know. I personally enjoy doing it like that.
Huh. That makes sense.
But then again, there's a lot of people who are not super happy about it. So I don't know. I like it the way it is. Also, everyone, I'm gonna transfer you all to another channel. Super friendly guy, Spiker Conning. He's playing games, and I'm gonna send you over there. That's so you can watch his stream as well. Cause I have had fun watching him play. So I hope you guys will have fun watching him play as well. So that was it. See you some other time, everyone, and stay awesome. Bye bye.